welcome to everybody that's going to watch the recording. Um, and Marie, while you are talking, do you want to have any feedback on, the guys that's part of your group and is practicing their marketing plan? Maybe sharing an idea about how to approach somebody to practice on them?
Okay. I have in my team a lot of newbies. So when I explained the marketing plan to them, they were really blown away because it was. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. It was the first time they have heard it, so I'm still, but some of them are oldies. So yeah, no tips from my side yet. I am still also really knowing it till active World Team, Get Team, but I'm excited to see it now till Press Team.
Okay.
But yeah, the one girl in my group, she's totally new. She's a month in the business, and she freaked out. She video called me afterwards and said, "Oh my goodness, Amber, my brain is blown." So yeah, shame.
Okay.
She's really excited about the marketing.
So maybe I should do this. Let me just go through the basic marketing plan again. And I think the big thing is, as I said to you guys, the most important thing is first to determine who you have in front of you, and you're going to talk to that person on their level. If they're earning 3,000 to 5,000 rand a month, you're going to show a story that's 3,000 to 5,000 a month. You're going to explain it up to that. But if you have somebody that has got bigger aspirations, always go above where they are, because they want to be in a better place. This is why they're looking at opportunity. This is why they want to see what is possible. And listen, guys, this is a company where, the sky's the limit. I know we're all blown away with this fit couple and what they're doing. They're blown away the entire world with what they're doing. So I'm going to share my screen now and go to the Zoom for the marketing plan. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the marketing plan in a very, you guys have seen it 100 times over, a lot of you. But for some of you that's new is on the call tonight, welcome to you. I'm going to be explaining it again. And I think the biggest thing always is for you to be drawing it as we go along now. This is the meeting presentation that they have at the HOMs. I like to vary it a little bit in how I pitch it to the people. So this is a very simple startup. You get your member pack, you buy your product at 300, you sell it at 400, you put 100 Rand in your pocket for every sale. If you go and get 10 customers, you're going to put 1,000 Rand in your pocket. But you don't want to be staying at 35. You want to go to 35. You want to go en route to 50. You want to have a couple of steps in between. And there's two very important things to understand in the Herbalife marketing plan, and that is that everything in Herbalife is measured by what we call our own monetary system, and we talk about volume points. And there's two important volume points to understand, and the one is PPV, personally purchased volume, and the second one is DLV, which is downline volume. And if you want to grow into the marketing plan, you're going to use both of those. So once you've got your license, the biggest thing you need to understand is that you immediately want to start doing both. You don't have to have 100 customers before you can start approaching your own friends, your family that's want to earn an extra income, that want to enjoy the products maybe at a discount, to become members. Because with their volume, you can immediately start going up the marketing plan and you can grow faster. So for me, as a new member, your first month, I would like to help you to get to 35%. That is 500 volume points. That means it's not just your own purchased volume. It's yours and your downline. And I want to show you actually between month 1 and 3 how to get to 42%. Because I don't want you to only earn retail profit. I want to immediately show you how to earn retail profit and wholesale profit. So, and then in month 4, I would like to show you how to get to 50%, so that you are getting there with a team and immediately will be benefiting from a lot of the areas of the marketing plan, which is retail and wholesale. So as we go along now, Melinda, please go for me. Okay, but this is stands still for a while, and how you start explaining the wholesale to them. So you have now grown up. You are at the 50%. You're now paying 200 Rand for a shake, selling it at 400, but you're making 200 Rand per sale. And if you get the same 10 clients, you're now going to make 2,000 Rand. But the big thing is you're going to be starting the wholesale between yourself and your organization. And those that's at 25%, if they make 1,000, you're going to make 1,000. And so now you've 3 people and you are earning 1,000 Rand from your 3 members. But remember, you've got somebody at 42, you've got somebody at 35. So let's make the figure. But in this case, let's just say that you've got 3 little members and you bringing in 3,000 Rand on wholesale. So this is something that you can earn very soon in the business. It doesn't take a long time, anything from 1 to 3 months, and you will be already earning your wholesale and your retail income. But listen, we don't want you to just have 10 customers. We teach our team to do 20 customers. So in this case, I'm going to up your income with another 2,000 Rand. So does a 7,000 Rand extra for somebody that's just got started sound like an interesting income? So you want them now to participate in the conversation. Sila by my. Third area of income is now when you start an organization or building an organization that is at 50%. And this is where, you know, the forever money comes in. This is where the company starts paying you a royalty, and where you are eligible for a royalty income up to 5%, 3 levels deep. And this person can be in South Africa, they can be in any one of the 95 countries, and you'll be earning a royalty, which is really getting paid in US dollars from your downline organization. So let's make just this one line an example. John has got 3 little members. John has got 10 customers. His 3 members has got 10 customers. So has Sam. So has Debbie. And I'm earning 1,000 Rand per person in this one line. So my royalty income on this one little line is 3,000 Rand. But I don't want to just have one line. I want to have 10 lines, which will make it 30,000. Or I want to have 20 lines. It'll make it 60,000. And this is where, at this point, you will be changing your pitch to who you've got in front of you. If it's somebody that's just looking for that 3 or 4, 5,000 Rand, you will stop at the retail wholesale income. If it's somebody that you know that is aspiring to do more, that is, in the corporate world, they're stuck, they don't have time. For them, you want to really show that bigger picture, and then you will go on to the next level where you will start explaining, the complete marketing plan. This one just still explains up to World Team and Actor Supervisor, and then as you explain it again, you want to be getting to the 50%. And again, guys, this part of the presentation, you're only going to be explaining now to somebody that's already in the business, that you are sitting down with your member and now you are wanting to go to the next step. You explaining why they should go to supervisor, how to get to supervisor. So as a first, when you're sitting down with a prospect, you are going to stop this presentation. You're stopping right there. You're not going any further, because otherwise you're going to you completely confuse this person. So too much information is also not good. This part of the presentation is where you're going to go once you've got the person signed up, they're in the business, they've been to a training, they now say, what is my next step? And they need to understand why they want to get to the 50%, why they want to start working with their team and really get to earn the maximum income. So again, this is just explaining to them at 25% you've got no wholesale. Senior consultant gives you 15%. Qualified producer gives you more wholesale, but at supervisor you really can get qualified for everything, the vacations, and so it really is important. This slide should be a little bit earlier to explaining the volume points. This is just a picture to explain how you could go to supervisor in 1 month. And nowadays, there's very few people that do this. This is the way that we went, and a lot of us qualified in the early days. You doing 1,000 points and finding 3 people that did that. And it doesn't have to be a once-off order. It could be a 500, do a shake party, sell the products, and reorder later in the month. But I think the 2-month qualification is very, very doable. This is something that I think we're not promoting enough, and that you could do 500 and you can have 2 or 3 members that is doing their 500s, because you could do a second 500 and do a total of 2,000 points in month 1 and then repeat it in month 2. And you could even have one of those 500 people to do the same thing, and you can have a lot more volume. And it's not about selling, people buying stock, guys. It's about finding them or getting them an activity like Shake Party, like Bootcamp, like 28 Challenge. You're going to give them a method that they're going to be having lots of customers that's going to be eating these products. So I think this is something we really have to promote, the 2-month qualification. And if the 2-month qualification doesn't happen, then they've got 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. So people buy what you sell. And if you can sell them the fast plan, or you can sell them the slow plan. So it could be just you doing your volumes, getting a lot of people in your downline, and or it could be just really slowly taking 300 points, repeating that, getting a couple of downline that's going to do the same, or you doing it completely on your own. This is one I would not recommend, because this means this person would become a supervisor and they will not be earning wholesale. They will not really have much of a downline. But this is really a customer, to be honest, that's helping 1 or 2 clients, a family member that's eating the products. And you will have, if you're doing the business and you're recruiting 3, 4, 5 people a month, you will have one of each in your team. That's going to, the one's going to go the fast route, but you'll have the people that will just slowly be eating their way there. And they will be, once they are a supervisor, you've got to be honest with yourself. They're going to be a consumer. They're going to be a consumer at 50%. So that's where you've got to get a reality of who do you have in your team. Do you have people that's builders, or are they just consumers? And the plan, this plan is showing you people that is going to be having immediately wholesale, that's going to actually not go to supervisor but go to active supervisor immediately. And so that's what we want to show people. We don't want to show them to go supervisor. We want them to go active supervisor immediately. And then once they see the bigger picture and they have a whole team of active supervisors, they if you have 3 that gets 3, you will be earning around 90,000 Rand a month as a millionaire team member, because everybody is doing their 2.5 and more. They're building a team and they are actively working the business. Okay, so at this stage, with the marketing plan, so the big thing is to qualify to the next level with customers, with active Will Team, you need about to have 175 customers in your team, you yourself around 20, and around 8 supervisors that is servicing around 15 to 20 customers. Get team, 350 customers in your team, you yourself around 20 customers, and 20 supervisors with 20 customers, between 15 and 20. Millionaire team, again, you yourself, 80 supervisors, and this is an average because worldwide the average supervisor volume is between 1,000 and 1,200, and as president's team. So just get a reality. So when you want to go to the next level, which is supervisor, active supervisor for the leaders now, you need to see for yourself how many new team members, how many new supervisors do you want to build in your team. And that will be your daily activity, to be working with new members that you want to help from day 1 to month 4, month 5 to become a supervisor, so that you in the next couple of months, 6 months towards the end of the year, be building 5 or 6 new supervisors in your organization that is actively building, and that's going to bring you your active supervisor active world team qualifications. So it's great to have a dream, but if you have the numbers and you get real with it, you can really sit down and do a proper goal set on how you're going to build your team. One thing that we all need to understand is we are an events and nutrition company. And if you understand the Herbalife business, this is the one thing I remember I told you, Alan said to me, you need to package your story. Number 2, you need to understand the marketing plan. Number 3, you need to understand that the Herbalife is a promotion game. The business is built from event to event. And if you get it, you will grow fast. If you don't, you will go to the bank. That was his words. If you don't get it, you will be earning a little extra income. And that's everybody's decision. You know what? If you want to earn 2,000 to 5,000 Rand a month, you don't have to attend all these meetings. You don't have to come to all the trainings. You really don't have to do it. But if you want to be building a team and you want to earn the bigger incomes, you need to understand the Herbalife business. And the business is driven by qualifications from event to event. So monthly, we have a BBS. If you decide not to go to the BBS and not promote it to your team, you're really not deciding not to build your business. And the HRMs feed into the BBS. And this is why with the focus groups, we are really promoting that you go to the meetings, because what do the meetings do? It really teaches you information, it gets you excited, it motivates you, but it builds on your own belief system, because there's nothing like having, I know I can do this, I've got confidence in the products, I have confidence in the marketing plan, the only variant is me, so I need to work on me. And only way I can work on me is to go to where it's working. And it's working at the meetings and the trainings and the gatherings. And listen, a boot camp is also a gathering. A shake party is a gathering. Any gathering is where you're going to build your confidence, where you're going to build your belief system. But this is how Herbalife has been built for 35, 38, 7 years. How many years old are we? 37 years. So every month we have HAMs, which feeds into BBS, which feeds into HAMs, which feeds into BBS, it feeds into LDW. So if you look into the year and you see the year, it's built from 500, 500, 500, you qualify for the next LDW. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, you qualify for the leaders training. 5, 5, 5, you qualify for the party. That is how Herbalife has been built for 37 years. It's the recognition, it's getting on the stage, it's getting the confidence, it's getting the training, and that is if you get it, is what's going to take you to Get Team, Millionaire Team, and President's Team. If you don't want to do that and you don't want to have the bigger money, no problem. You don't have to attend all the trainings. But for you guys that's serious about the business You want to build a team, you need to understand this is what you need to do, this is what you need to promote, and this is why you want to get as many people to the next LDW. We want to get people there. We've got this promotion out until end of June. Buy your ticket today and you could get your money back. Everybody that has bought a ticket prior to this and in this month will be in the draw to get your money back. And this is just for us to encourage you to get your tickets and really make the decision to come to the event, because sometimes we have people that qualify. So one thing is to qualify, and the next thing is to actually go and take the time and go to the event. And so there's different qualifications. A lot of you are in qualifications. Some of you are already qualified. But the question is, how many people are you taking? Because that is what's going to differ from this quarter or this 90 days to the next 90 days on how many people are you going to be having excited, building to the next level. But remember, it's also your job post an event to sit down with everybody that attended it and say, how can I help you? What do you want to do? What is your daily activity going to be? And this is what we're really trying to do with the focus groups, to help you guys with just simplifying it. And I know for the part-timers, this is probably the hardest thing, is you've got an hour a day. What I'm going to do in that 1 hour a day to grow my business so that I eventually can be a full-timer, that I can have the lifestyle and the freedom. And so this promotion is still being continued. Congratulations. I think Magda has already qualified for this. I'm working very hard. I don't want to leave the money on the table. So April, May, and June. June, July, August is very late, but I will find out. Maybe we can still include, I think we can. Let's include June, July, August. So you guys can still start qualifying to get a 5,000 Rand towards this event, although you're going to only get it in September. The event is in the 3rd week of September, and it'll help you with your spending money and maybe paying your accommodation. There's a whole lot of us going. I'm busy qualifying for this party. I'm not going all the way there and not qualifying for the party. Who's in for the party in Cape Town with the LDWs? Magda, jy's klaar daar. And remember, you can qualify also for the LDW's party by getting 2 babies that's doing their 500s. So you don't necessarily have to do the big volumes for that, but the qualification ends at the end of June. So you have to be already in the game. And then the vacation, we're going next year to the vacation in Turkey, but I've already decided we're adding on a little bit of Greece again. And so, the big decision is for you to decide what you love to do. What is your passion? What do you love to do? But you can't just leave it at what you love to do. You've got to find out what you're good at. If you're good with people, are you good with presentations? Are you good with Facebook? What are you good at? And then go big, because you've got to then bring it in line with what the market needs. And then what do we get paid for? At the end of the day, we get paid for selling products and recruiting people. So whatever activity you decide to do has got to be in line with all 4 of this. So it could be, I love to do this, but I have to bring it down to activity that's actually going to be bringing you volume points, going to be signing you people. And I think the biggest thing is to face our fears. To get over ourselves sometimes. And I think that's the big thing about that forming technique, is you cannot stand in front of the message of this amazing opportunity that you decide this person would not be interested. So do the forming, and then when you come with a message, don't stand in front of the message because you're not a President's team member yet and you think you can't pitch this person. You can pitch anyone. It doesn't matter what level they are at. Some people are looking for the freedom and the time. They might have the money. Others would be looking for the money. They have the time. And that is why it's important for you to first find out who have I got in front of me so that I can bring my story to match with what they are about. So it brings it back to the products, the marketing plan, and you being the variant and deciding your speed, deciding your momentum. And because Herbalife works 100% of the time, the marketing plan works, the products work, but it's up to you what you're going to do with this opportunity. So nou het ek baie gepraat. So I want to open up the floor to everybody. I hope I explained the marketing plan again to you guys, that you maybe saw something again that will make it easier for you to be explaining the marketing plan. So julle kan nou maar julle mics oopmaak. Ek wil nie so alleen praat nie asseblief. So anybody that has got an input that wants to share something and participate, and because this week our job is again, let's go out and do 10 presentations and go make a chicken list. You know, the 10 people that you think that you don't want to pitch. Go and say, listen, I need to practice this marketing plan now. You can crit me, you can give me a score, you can tell me what you think. I personally think it's the best compensation plan in the world. So tell me what you think. You know, so let's go do this, guys. So give me your feedback, please.
Elsa, thank you. We really had to hear this. This is thanks. It's good to hear. It just shows how often we must hear it, and to go try it on somebody and pitch it to somebody. I'm grateful.
Okay. So,
Kom Howie, waar's jy?
Hello, how are you, everybody?
Hello.
Yeah, you know,
Hello, Howie.
hello. When you're talking to a business person, you must look for his hot buttons, and he might be making a lot of money and live in a big house. But then you ask him, you know, and where do you go on holiday? And he says, oh no, I don't have time for holidays. And you know, where do you work? And how long do you spend in the traffic? And do you have children? And do you ever go watch them play sport or anything like that? Invariably, when somebody's making a lot of money, he's made big sacrifices. He doesn't have family time. He doesn't see his wife. He doesn't see his children. Doesn't have time for holidays. So you sometimes to get hold of a business person, you can't pitch him on the money because he might be making a big money. But you must pitch him on the lifestyle and pitch him on, make him feel guilty about not spending time with his family. And then the money will come. You can tell him, and you can show him the big picture. As long as you're realistic and say, this is how you're going to start. This is where it can lead to. And he also understands, if he's got a lot of money, if he suddenly stops working, he's going to be digging into his income. So he needs a passive income to protect his investments in that. So sometimes he might not need a big income. He might just need enough money just to live on to protect his investments. So just remember that when you're talking to a big businessman, you mustn't be scared of them.
Yeah, and also especially like doctors and those that's selling time for anybody that's selling time for money. Their biggest fear really is that they're going to stop work, and now that income, which obviously is very big, obviously they all finance, buying properties and doing different investments, but that income is going to stop. So that, the fact that this is actually a wonderful retirement plan, and you know what, people live a lot longer than they did a number of years ago. And one of the biggest problems is people, their pension plans is not in place for them to get to the age of 90 and 95. And my mom lived until 93. So, and people are getting older and older because with medication and the way that we're living, people are preserved for so much longer. And so that is another very powerful way to show the business to people. So I think we will end it with this. I will definitely post this call again on Facebook. And also there's very nice recordings just explaining the marketing plan that we have set out on the groups. So I really want to encourage everybody, and thanks again for everybody that's part of the Millionaire Training focus groups. I think we've done a great job with the 28-day challenges. We've got another challenge starting on the 28th. And you know what? I think we've got more than I need to check with Aldre, but I know we've got definitely more than 100 participants in a very short space of time. So if we work, we really get a lot of customers and old clients refocused